Hi, today we're going to look at some really unexpected places to find cool microbes at. We have been looking at the simple flower pot and even at a small gap just in the middle of asphalt at a parking lot.
And here of all places we find another Uroleptus, just like the one we found in our tomato soils in the last episode, a rare ciliate. This little protist is Apusamonas. If you think he looks weird, it's probably because he is weird. He doesn't really look like other protists because he's not closely related to many other protists. He's in his own group. They're easy to recognize by their really short and thick flagella that's called a mastigophore. And it's a bit weird to me that their cells seem to be asymmetrical with a corner on one edge.
This is a reticulate amoeba, having a very thin body shape. It very much reminds me of a neuron, our nerve cells in our brains, where dendrites can be moving in a little similar way. When you're a network-forming amoeba, you can be really good at sensing your environment. And if you're really long, you can get information from different areas of your environment at the same time. This one seems to have a main body part moving around in the middle, or maybe actually several of them. Network-forming amoeba of this kind often have multiple nuclei in different parts of their cells, so they don't need to send information so very far back and forth.
This amoeba, in contrast, is much stiffer, and it has a really large and clear contractile vacuole. This is an organ it uses to control the water pressure inside it, so that it can handle an environment that is less salty than he is. Maybe you've heard about osmosis in biology class. That's when water flows from an area with more water to an area with less water. The inside of an amoeba is much less water than its surroundings, so water streams in all of the time and they have to work hard to pump it out. Like you're in a boat that's leaking and you're trying to spoon it out with a bucket.
And this is a really cool amoeba. You can see exactly what it's eating and what it's doing with its food. It slurps up bacteria and through his long mouth and throat puts it into food vacuoles. And then it digests them, and when it's done, it poos them out. The blob of bacteria it's been eating was probably something like this one. Many bacteria have a coat of jelly around their body, which makes it much more difficult for predators to eat them. If you are a colony like this, it's really difficult for a ciliate or for a flagellate to propel you into their mouths. But amoeba can do that, and it's actually a bit ironic that they go for especially those armored bacteria.
This little amoeba carries around some kind of particle that it found in the soil. In my research, I see a lot of amoeba carrying around things they want to eat for later. I think of them as little handbags.
This fungal hyphae has seen better days. It was once very tan, pigmented with maybe melanin or carotenoids, but it's all falling apart now and peeling off. It's probably dead since long, and the organisms around it are spitting out enzymes, breaking it down. And all around there you see flagella and bacteria and some weird small rotating things that we're not really sure about if they are bacteria or zoospores.
This is a heliozoa, a sun animal. And if you look carefully, you might see the tiny spikes on its surface. These are scales of either silica or organic compounds.
So it was really cool to find this huge diversity in places where we really didn't expect to find them. So our take home was maybe that you don't need to have a beautiful above ground ecosystem to have a beautiful below ground ecosystem.